to downtown New Orleans this afternoon. It was one of many across the country today. Protesters stood against President Trump's actions on government downsizing, the economy, immigration, and human rights. But President Trump and Musk say they are trying to save taxpayers millions of dollars by reducing government spending.
On a windy Saturday afternoon, around 3,000 people rallied in Lafayette Square against actions taken by the Trump administration's first few months in office.
The things that are happening now in our country should upset Republicans and Democrats. Because if you love our country, if you love our Constitution, and you love our checks and balances, you know that it is important.
Congressman Troy Carter, who represents parts of the New Orleans area in D.C., spoke at the protest.
We've got a number of bills that will be on the floor. We have a number of as I mentioned, the 3 C's in Congress. We have a number of tools in our toolbox that we will be exploring, determine what we will do next week to advance issues that are important to us and to block issues that aren't.
I will tell you, although we're outvoted, although Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the White House, understand this: when we don't have a vote, we have our voice.
As long as he stays accountable to his word, then I'm satisfied. But until that happens and I see actions that reflect those words, we'll have to wait.
Samara Smith with Step Up Louisiana says her organization fights for better conditions for workers and helping those employees organize.
And I'm really glad that so many people are engaged. The goal is that people who may not have been engaged with the idea of community organizing in the past can see themselves as part of these organizations, and even issues that they feel might not directly impact them, have that understanding that all of these issues impact you.
I wanted to just be part of more of a positive movement to start a change here in Louisiana.
People like David White showed up with concerns about LGBTQ issues and the economy.
I'm concerned about the economy. Have we seen the stock market the last few days? Who's not concerned about the economy?
Senator Bill Cassidy on Friday released a statement saying he supports the president's budget resolution that he says would balance the budget and decrease the national debt. Congressman Carter says he is working with Louisiana's Republican delegation every day to help Louisianians.
We've got a number of bills that will be on the floor. We have a number of as I mentioned, the 3 C's in Congress. We have a number of tools in our toolbox that we will be exploring, determine what we will do next week to advance issues that are important to us and to block issues that aren't.
There's space for everyone. So if you didn't speak up before, speak up now.
And we did reach out to Senators Bill Cassidy and John Kennedy for a response to today's rally. At this time, we have not heard back. And New Orleans is just one of many cities that saw protests nationwide, from Washington, D.C., Chicago, Atlanta, Boston, and several other major cities around the country. Thousands rallied to demonstrate against the Trump administration this weekend. Organizers from more than 150 different groups bringing together Americans angry with the president's policies and Elon Musk's Doge cuts. Lucas Tomlinson has the story.
Hands off! It's being billed as one of the largest single-day demonstrations against President Trump since he returned to office. Tens of thousands rallying across the nation as part of the hands-off movement, a call for action against the Trump administration and billionaire Elon Musk.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are trying to roll back 6 decades of civil rights progress.
Protesters say the country is facing a national crisis. Among the changes they condemn, Doge's firing of thousands of federal workers, the closing of Social Security offices around the nation, the closing of entire agencies like the Department of Education, and the scaling back of protections for trans and LGBTQ+ communities.
If we are quiet, if elected officials are quiet, then we are complicit.
In the nation's capital, thousands also demonstrated in support of Palestine, called for the release of students and activists detained by ICE for being part of the pro-Palestinian movement.
Free! Free Palestine!
We will advance this fight until the bombs stop dropping on our people, until our students are free, and until every Palestinian returns to its rightful land.
President Trump is here in Florida for the weekend with no official events scheduled. He continues to defend Elon Musk and his Doge cuts, despite the heavy criticism. Traveling with the president in West Palm Beach, Florida, Lucas Tomlinson, Fox News.
A blatant 10% tariff went into effect today